In Overwatch, what is the best support to be playing right now? Is Brigitte a main healer? Do you want to know when to heal, damage boost, speed boost, or use Discord Orb? Which character has the best utility? All those questions are going to be answered coming up here on the Recall Podcast.
I'm your host, Elect Thunder 141.
And I'm Anthony Metz, aka Silent. So today we're going to be talking about supports, obviously, since that's what was in the podcast intro.
Supports. Ooh.
Well, Wakeng, you want to explain what makes the difference between a main healer and an off healer?
Well, a main healer is the main person who's healing the team, alright? Pretty self-explanatory. And an off healer is someone who's not healing as much as the main healer. So, examples of a main healer would be, well, Mercy, Moira, Anna, Baptiste. Off healers are Zen, Lucio, and Brig. Now, you might be wondering, if you're new to Overwatch, they all heal, what's the difference? Well, Baptiste has bigger healing, and he's got a spread, so he's healing more. Moira's got a spread healing, and Mercy's got a strong beam healing, so she can heal a single target quickly, and Anna can heal across the map, and she does a lot of healing as well. On the other hand, we have Zen, Lucio, Brig, who Zen can only heal one person, so it's like Mercy's healing, but it's, crappier.
Yeah, it is really weak. I would not recommend.
They should buff that.
Probably.
He's more like a DPS, let's be real here. And the other...
have you ever seen Jonak?
Yeah, Jonak. Jonak's a good example of why Zed's an off healer. Alright, and now another off healer, Zen, Lucio. Lucio because, well, his healing, although it's an area in effect, it's also really slow. It's slower than Zenyatta's healing, but he can affect more people in a certain area, so that kind of limits him. And Brig, she has to hit something to start healing. And
well, she does have her armor packs, except usually, and her armor packs are healing over time, so they're not big burst healing, so it's going to be taking longer for you to heal, and then you have to wait for your packs to regenerate. So someone could die in that time.
Yeah, that's kind of a pain, and that takes too long. And in the game of Overwatch, where every second counts, yeah, it's going to really impact how your gameplay is going to work out.
Okay, so now that we've gone over what's the difference between a main healer and an off healer, we'll get into which one me and my buddy here thinks are the best.
Yep.
So we rated these in tiers. So how we did our tiers is that we have the supports that are at the top tier, the best of the best, is the ones that you should be always using if you really, really want to win.
The most optimal, pretty much.
Then you have the middle tier, which they're still good in most situations, but not all situations, like the top tier, but they're not absolute trash. Then the bottom tier, you have the absolute trash. I mean, they're not entirely trash, but they're only going to be picked in niche situations where you won't see them very often, unless if they're god tier on them, like Jonak.
Yeah, it's not really more. It's more of like general utility of the character for bottom tier. And compared to the top tier and when they can be used in, how they can be used, and what they can bring. That's pretty much how we ordered our tiers.
Also based on the amount of healing that they do.
Yeah, Zen could be top tier if it was Jonak, but not everyone's Jonak now, are we?
Yes, we're also judging these on casual players.
Yeah.
The majority of the Overwatch community.
Us.
Not the 0.5% at the top.
Yeah, we're not going to compare ourselves to the gods, alright? The Overwatch gods. Just that's basically what Overwatch League is. It's just League of Legends. There we go.
Okay, so my top tier picks for support players are Moira, Baptiste, and Anna. So I put Moira up there just because she's one of the easiest support characters to pick up nowadays, and her healing, as long as you're using her healing orb and damage orb correctly, she can put out tons of healing to her team as long as they're somewhat grouped up, just as long as they're not all over the place. And then Baptiste I put up there because his utility and the amount of healing he can do are just so much better than any of the supports in the current patch right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then Anna, I just put her in there because she's just a solid pick as long as you have the aim to use her.
As long as you have the aim to use it. Well, my top tier is, well, I also have Baptiste because I agree with Silent here that Baptiste just generates a lot of healing. Immortality field is really strong. You don't even need to heal someone because they're not gonna die inside the immortality field. He's got his little healing fart, which can heal himself and other teammates to boost his already strong healing, which is like 60 per shot if he hits you, and it's area of effect, so it's better than Anna's. And
it is a little hard to aim. Just letting you know.
Yeah,
Baptiste's
pretty much
healing does have a drop off to it.
You're
a pretty significant drop off compared to the rest of the projectiles in the game.
Yeah. And his amplification matrix is a really big game changer. Like, just doubles the damage of anything that goes through it.
And doubles the healing.
It doubles the healing too. So like,
so you could technically amp make your tricks while your team's in a Zarya grab, and you're gonna save your team there because they're not. As long as you stay alive, you're fine.
Just put damage amp in front of Bastion. Boom, you go. Team fight 1. Or even, I don't know, just someone. That damage amplification matrix is just a really strong ult. But it's also hard to use. Now, my other person on top tier
I found this very surprising.
Is Mercy. You might think, why Mercy? Well, it's because Mercy's healing, although it's not as strong as it could be, she doesn't rely on a resource like Moira. So, but even though she's single target, her res is really powerful, even though it's on a 30-second cooldown. Reviving a teammate from death is really
change the swing of a team fight.
Yeah, you just bring back a Genji who has Dragon Blade. Boom, there you go. Dragon Blade win. Or you bring back Reinhardt who has his ult or something. I don't know. Guardian, Mercy's ultimate is also really strong. It allows her to fly, instant trap. Her range is doubled, and she has her healing and damage amp is area of effect too if they're closer to the person that you're targeting for your healing and beam in damage amplification.
But what about the Mercy always flying in front of the Genji when Nano's being shot out?
Hey, you just go for the memes then. Just freaking go for it. You have infinite ammo, alright? Just fly in and shoot him in the face. Reinhardt can't do nothing. He's gonna come in, just go behind him, shoot him in the head.
Reinhardt would kill you pretty easily if you're in his face.
If you're in his face, right? Just fly above Earthshatter. He can't touch you then. What's Widow gonna do? Fly straight at Widowmaker. Unless she's freaking unless she's got some god tier aim like Saya player or freaking Pine. Or even Fleta, then like
I've hit alting Mercies.
Yeah, but you never. But have you hit like a nanoed one? All right.
What's the difference? They don't move any faster.
What's the difference? One's not gonna die. All right. And her self healing when you don't get hit by a second, that's really strong too. Just hide like hide like how Mercies used to do at the beginning of the game, and then just wait it out.
This ability is kind of similar. For those people that don't know and are quite new to Overwatch or just never really knew this, there's a little tip. If you are playing payload and you sit next to the payload heals you very slowly, like Mercy's passive.
Okay. The payload should be on the tiers then. This is basically a support, right? He's a tank because he can provide cover.
Not every game mode is payload.
Okay, but granted, payload maps suck, all right? But
I want to disagree with you on this.
some of them suck. All right, some of them suck.
I quite like a lot of the payload maps.
I like the maps. I just don't like dragging the dang thing. Okay. You can use the payload for cover. You can use the payload for healing. It just doesn't do damage.
It's the
And
objective.
it is the best support tank player in the game. It can't die. It heals you forever. Holy crap. Wow. They need to nerf the payload, man.
No.
They need to
Stop
nerf the
it.
payload.
Stop it.
But yeah, Mercy's just really strong. She can revive you. She can... Oh yeah, she has this little Mercy... The Mercy super jump is really strong too. The way
Which, like, the average person is gonna need to train about, like,
Yeah.
an hour or two just to be able to do consistently.
The Mercy jump is really, really useful if you learn to do it, which is also another reason why I put her up top tier. She's like really hard to hit sometimes.
Okay. So, middle tier, Mercy's on my middle tier.
Why?
Just because...
Because you suck at her. I'm just kidding.
Well, I find that she's useful, but I don't feel as... that she's... Yeah, that would be the word. Impactful as the rest. Yes, she's good for single target healing, but when you're trying to heal most of your team, like, take for example Baptiste. If you're shooting at your healing grenades on Reinhardt, you might be accidentally healing others. Or if you have 3 DPS, or like 3, well, not 3 DPS. If you have 3 people
Excuse
me?
Hello?
3 people in the same area, you're going to be able to heal them much quicker. And Moira does the same thing. Mercy just only can do single target, and then her other utility isn't that great. So that's why Anna gets up to the top.
She is only single target if you don't have your ultimate. Okay?
Okay, you're basing this entire thing on her ult?
Her ult is really strong, but multi-res was like super broken, alright? I kind of wish that was back, but I also like it that it's gone. It's a weird hate-love relationship with that thing.
So, the other hero that is on my middle tier is Lucio. Lucio just because he brings a lot of the utility to the team and to one of the top comps that we talked about in our last episode in the tank meta of Ryan and Zarya. He really enables that comp just to wreck face.
Yep, if you want to be a steamroller, then just be it. Literally.
Now, Lucio, he's also middle tier because he's not... his healing output isn't that strong, and he's quite difficult. He's one of the more difficult supports to play.
Lucio's basically the diva of supports. If you're good at her, then you are good. You are freaking doing a lot of work. But if you are trash,
basically there's no in between. You're either a like god tier or trash.
Yeah, you're the god tier or trash. But in Lucio's case, it's easier because you just kind of have to exist to be helpful with Lucio. Just gotta be there.
This is true. I see that Lucio's on your middle tier too.
Yeah, Lucio. Alright, yeah, Lucio is on my middle tier because basically kind of the same reasons as what he said. That and he's more of like a DPS in my opinion. Lucio is more DPS support, kind of like Zenyatta, than like actual support on how you would play like a support player. He's like the spice in like some food, he's just like an add-on. He's just kind of there to make things flare up, you speed boost your team in. That's all you need. Speed boost, go straight, probably quit. I'll be honest, I don't really use healing. Just speed boost most of the time. You only
what
heal.
A great support player you are.
Hey, I get us to the objective, okay? And then I sound barrier. Speaking of sound barrier is really strong. 750 shields, right? I'm pretty sure 750 shields. And
yeah,
then,
shield.
Yeah, 750 shields is really, really powerful. Just extra health just to keep you alive.
And Lucio, you actually can build up your ult pretty fast.
Yeah, Lucio can build up his ult really fast. The good ones can build it up just as fast as Mercy can.
Which is ridiculous.
I know.
Any other heroes on your middle tier?
Well, I've got, Moira, because one, Moira is kind of limited to her resource, and with her healing being nerfed, she has to kind of like she just got to spray out her healing juices, her healing gas a lot more often.
She wasn't her healer wasn't nerfed that.
It wasn't
significant.
It wasn't her.
Like, she's still a main healer. She's going to heal your team amazingly.
She's a main
and her ult. If you use her ult correctly, you're just a god.
But
at that point,
Moira's ult is. I would consider
if
Moira's ult.
you get nanoed, Moira ulting, the other team's running the other direction.
That's true, but you have to run an Ana on your team then.
Yeah, and do you have
on my middle tier, I have Ana on my middle tier. You want to know why? There's one simple reason why Ana is on my middle tier. If you can't shoot, then you suck. Okay, you can't shoot with Ana. You're just relying on your freaking healing grenade. All right, and that thing's on a.
Wait. Hold up. Yeah, that's a good point, but she's still top tier because her healing grenade is called her bionic grenade.
Her bionic, grenade.
And she can throw it at enemies, and it cuts off the enemy team.
And then you use Lucio's sound barrier to add an extra health.
It doesn't help if they're only at one.
That's true. But yeah, Ana is, to me, if you can play her well, she's gonna be super strong. But if you can't use her to her, basically, if you can't use her to her max potential, then you might as well drop the character.
I don't think you have to use her to max potential to get the value out of her. It's more of if you have decent aim where you're going to be landing at least probably 50% of your shots, and it doesn't matter if you're scoped in or scoped out. If you can land 50% of your shots and focus on healing and not so much damage, then you're fine. Because a lot of Ana players, what they'll do is not focus on healing and try and go get the Pharah, because technically Ana's a 3-shot kill.
Yeah, Ana's a 3-shot kill. Ana's pretty strong. But
and her sleep dart can get her out of so many situations. It's not like Zen, who just sits there and cries.
Okay, but with sleep dart you have to aim. And if your aim sucks, I'm just kidding. I'm just running.
You have to aim with almost every character in this game besides
I know, but
Moira.
It cares about Ana. Ana cares about it more. All right. But I liked what they did with Nano Boost.
Wait. Baptiste is harder to aim with from long range.
But Baptiste has 3 bullets. So if you miss one,
no. I'm talking about heals.
Healing? Oh yeah. But Baptiste
from long to medium range. He is not the easiest to aim with.
But that's why when you're playing Baptiste, you basically jump high and then you aim down, because then you'll see them, and then kind of how.
So you jump high, make sure that the Widow can see you.
That's if the immortality field under you. Boom, there you go. Problem solved.
That doesn't how immortality field only reaches so high. You can jump out really easily.
You know what? This is about me, not you right now, right? Let's get out of here, all right? It's my tier. My tier. Shut up.
Excuse me? I can argue all I want. Last time I checked, I'm one of the other hosts on this podcast.
You are one of the other hosts, but it is my time to shine, all right? Okay, but for real though, Ana's has a strong utility. Their only drawback, I'm sorry to say it, but it's the player. The player is the biggest drawback for Ana. Ana is just, she's like a, it's hard to describe Ana. You're either on fire or you're just kind of meh.
If you can't hit your shots, just move on.
Yeah, if you can't hit your shot, just play Lucio. You just exist, just be there. Lucio, I don't think I really explained why I don't like. I don't think I explained enough why I did put Moira on my top tier. But Moira is basically, her healing got reduced. That was her biggest thing. She heals a lot. She does okay damage. And now they nerfed her healing from does a lot to like. She heals less. That's basically it.
So bottom tier, the worst of the worst, or you have to be god tier to even get the value out of them.
First of all, these guys aren't supports. These are DPS characters. Okay, these are DPS characters.
But there was a time where this character used to be renowned as a god of the game, and literally started a movement in Overwatch.
Because that character could do every single role. That's why.
This character was Brigitte, and how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, the best way to describe on what happened to her was she could stand. She was a normal girl until a man grabbed a shotgun and shot off her legs. That's basically what happened to her. They just blew off her legs, and she could still crawl, so they cut off her arms. And that's basically the story of Brigitte, or Brigitta, however you want to pronounce her name. She used to be Bagel.
What?
Bridget? No, Bridget's not right. That's not how you say it. That's not how you say her name.
I believe it's Brigitta.
Brigitta. Well, that's how the guy.
Everyone just says Brig though, because Brigitta's way too long.
Yeah, that's true. Brig used to be every character's nightmare. Tracers.
I just remember that Widowmaker is actually called Widowmaker, not Widow.
Yeah.
Whoops. Anyways, Zen. Unless if you're Jonak, do not play Zen.
Or unless you just want to practice your aim with projectiles, then I guess Zen works too. Or if you want to play DPS and support, play Zen as well.
I believe that's the entire reason why Jonak plays Zen.
Yeah, I know. He just wanted to kill people and support. Just Discord, ding ding, done. You win. Ding ding, you're done.
As long as you can hit headshots. I'm just saying it's not that easy to aim with Zen. I promise you.
Healing wise, Zen is probably the easiest character. Everything else, he's probably he's the easiest one to give healing to, but he's the worst healer.
You attach your healing orb to someone, you might as well just kind of like be giving them 1 HP a minute.
Yeah, you're basically walking your dog. That's kind of obese. That's how it is with Zen. But
you're making them look through social media, and they're just getting dopamine shot to their head.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
But his Discord orb, on the other hand,
now that shit's fire.
That's where his utility comes in, but you barely need Discord orb to win a fight.
Discord orb is kind of like speed boost. It's like the huzzah towards this. It's just like makes things better for your team.
Well, Zen also can help if you're playing in casual games like us, and your team just isn't targeting people or communicating very well. Because usually, if they see a Discord bar on someone, everyone shoots that.
Or you Discord them so that you can kill them quicker, and just disregard your team. Go on those Zed flanks, guys. The Zed flanks. Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen Jonak go on a flank either.
That's because he's playing with like top tier players. You can't really do that. They know everything. They're thinking ahead. If you're like
saying a lot of DPS people in the Overwatch League are dumb.
They're not dumb, but like it's hard to flank because it's hard to hide in Overwatch. In the Overwatch League you're playing. But as casual mortals, without team talking, no team chat, we can just kind of do whatever we want. Just flank Zen, and if you're good, you'll probably win. But Transcendence, though, that's Zenyatta's strongest skill. 300 healing per second, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. 300 healing per second. Which is, kind of a lot.
Yeah. So, let's go back to Brigitte for a second. She isn't terrible. Usually you'll see a Brigitte come out when you can't deal with a Tracer or a Genji player.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically because she has no range. But when people do get her in range, it's quite scary.
It is terrifying. It's
like a Brigitte can make Genji mains switch. Not like the super hardcore ones. Then they're a lost cause.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I'm not switching off of Genji. That's for sure.
This is true. So
Brig's ult is pretty strong too. Armor's buffed, but
oh yeah, I
using
forgot to
rally,
try that all.
you have to be proactive with rally. You can't be. I mean, being defensive with rally is okay.
And your team has to follow you. You just can't rally yourself. It doesn't work like that.
Try not to rally yourself. That's not gonna work out too well.
If your team's backing up and you're moving forward, something's wrong.
Your legs were destroyed and you lost both arms. You're not really gonna be able to win the team fight by yourself like how
Wait,
you used to.
how do you mean moving forward then?
Metaphorically, sir. All right, just saying basically how they nerfed Brigida. All right.
Oh, I thought you were relating her to the Black Knight and
Oh, that too. 'Tis a draw.
We'll call this a draw then.
We'll call this a draw. But
Anyways, so Brigida, she's just, her healing isn't as good anymore. Not many people like to play diving characters anymore. So she's just kind of like pick for them people that just are really good at dive.
Yeah,
you see it?
She's really good at She's really good at stopping characters from gaining momentum, or like punishing characters for
jumping in, jumping out. Another character she's good against is Doomfist.
Doom punch stun. It's enough time for the for your team's DPS to just kill him because he's on the ground. What's he gonna do? He can't get up.
Yeah. So Brigitte, basically, if someone dies in, you either can flail them or hit them with your shield and they'll be stunned for like, I don't know, I think it's less than half a second
like,
now.
I thought it was like 0.8 seconds.
I don't know.
It's really short.
It seems like nothing.
It's really short.
But to Widowmakers, that's an eternity.
Shut up. Oh, Widowmakers.
They see a standing still target, they're just like, time to kill you.
It takes like 3 shots to kill Brig, that's why. 2 shots to break the shield, 1 shot in the head.
This is true. But no, I think it's only 2 shots.
Is it?
Brigida's shield was nerfed.
Yeah, it's down to 200. And the shot's like
full
150.
100% shot.
Is it?
Because Brigitte's health is 200.
No, it's 250.
Yeah.
250.
So
a headshot does 300. And then a headshot is
2. One to get through the shield, one to get to Brigida.
No, but I'm pretty sure the sniper shot only does 150. A full bodied one does 150. Or like 125 or something. Not 125. It does like 150. Because a headshot is 300.
I don't know. I haven't like actually come against Brigida in months.
Oh, because no one plays her. That's why she's on the bottom tier, guys. But yeah, I'm pretty. We'll save that for later. Whatever. But yeah.
So now time to get to the grueling topic of this episode: support problems. The problems that come with support. And let me tell you, there's a lot more than there is on this list.
There's a lot more.
We're just going over the main ones that you consistently hear. For example, your entire performance as a support relies on your teammates.
Yep. If your McCree isn't doing any shots, then it's up to you as a Zen to kill the Widow for your team.
If your Reaper's trying to dive in 1v6 and says that he's not getting healing, well, that's his fault.
That's his fault.
And you can't heal him. So you're always in a 5v6.
Yeah, that's true. If your Reinhardt's charging in while you're
overzealous Reinhardt charges.
Yeah, overzealous Reinhardt charges, and you don't have like an Anna or like a Baptiste or anything, so then the Reinhardt's gonna die. Let's be real here. What Mercy would fly in to try to save their Rein when he's going when it's a 6v1? Like he's not gonna survive even with Mercy's healing beam. Anna could throw her nade, probably splash.
It ain't gonna win the team fight.
It's not really gonna. It's gonna buy them a couple of seconds, but that's really it. But yeah,
everyone's gonna be like, "Crap! Oh wait,
unless you have a Lucio and speed the rest of your team in, that's a different story."
Yes, that is true. But basically, what we're saying is that if all your teammates are trying to do whatever the hell they want to, it's really hard. And then for the supports that can't really heal themselves that well, and your other support isn't healing you, well, you're still relying on your teammates.
Yeah. There's a golden rule with support players.
Protect the Zen.
Protect your other support player. All right, you don't want to do all of that. You don't want the job all on you. All right, because if you're a Zen and your Mercy dies, you're pretty much done. If you're a Lucio, your Ana dies, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, if you basically, most people, well, you'll either be seeing 2 main healers run in any comp for the casual players, or you'll be seeing 2 main healer and an off healer. If you see 2 off healers, just accept defeat. But if you're playing as a support, switch to a main, please. You'll be doing the community a favor.
Unless you play Zen, Lucio, then well, just quadruple DPS. Let's go!
I thought you said you did it. Why'd you go there?
Oh! Ball! Roadhog, 2 DPS. Zen, Lucio, 6 DPS. Oh yeah, 6 DPS comp. Come on, guys, make the dream come true.
I mean, you could do it.
It could work. Let's be real. It could work. Lucio, speed
I don't know
ball.
if it would work very well because there's no protection for the team whatsoever.
Everyone's for themselves. That's how it works. Except for Zen.
This is a team deathmatch in Call of Duty.
Zen needs to hang out with Roadhog. Zen, all right? all right. Outside of that, yeah, your performance relies on your team. If
then another big thing that affects your performance, how well you can perform, is positioning. It's one of the main things you have to learn if you're going to play support.
If your character is a sniper, stand back. Not too far though, because then you might miss your shots. Don't stand too close, because then you'll miss your shots. If you're playing Mercy, you want to stand back as far as you can.
Basically, your goal is to stay alive as long as possible to heal your team.
Yeah, that's basically your job. Your job is to stay alive.
So if that means hiding in the dark corner on any map to heal your team...
Reaper might be there. You don't want to be in the dark corner. Reaper might be there.
But Reapers are all dumb. They want to go get team kills with their ult.
Granted, that's true, but
if Reaper does find you, you want to be close enough to your team
where they can help you.
You have to be close enough to your team to heal them in the first place.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. If someone jumps on you and no one's talking, well, you should just die.
Yeah, just take the L. Just bend over.
Unless if it's Widowmaker trying to duel you in a AR battle, then please go kill her.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, positioning is key as a support. Your performance and your positioning as a support player will benefit the team. Even if you're like a Zen or a Brig, your positioning and your positioning will enhance what your team can do. Like, let's say that you're running a dive comp. You run a Lucio and a Mercy. And you're just gonna rush it. I don't know where I was going with this. I had a great idea. Okay, what I meant was, you're Moira, alright? You don't want to be standing far back. You want to be around where... You want to be behind your tanks. Closer than Mercy, but not as close as Lucio. That's kind of where you want to be.
Moira is a very good healer to heal your tanks because she can output... Her output for healing is probably the greatest in the game right now.
Yeah, her output for healing is the greatest, but it's limited by the fact that it's a freaking resource. And it disappears really quickly, so you gotta manage that too.
I don't know. I don't play too much Moira, but also, if you can't aim, play Moira.
Yeah.
That's a very good tip, because all you have to do is aim in the general facility of
your
the
ball.
enemy.
Just throw your ball. Just throw your ball.
Please don't do that.
Unless
if it's a healing orb, then please do.
Just throw your ball. Just throw your ball. I don't care what Silent is saying. Just throw your ball. Just whichever one you think is gonna help. Just throw your ball.
And you're a Grandmaster support, and you're giving out terrible advice.
Shut up. Giving out terrible advice. I'm giving out real advice, all right? Okay, but for real though, if you gotta, yeah, you gotta.
Either you want to save your healing orb for yourself because your other support's being stupid and not healing, or when your team's taking massive amount of damage, you want to shoot out your healing orb.
Yeah, you want to shoot out your healing orb and shoot it and just spray your yellow. What is it? Gas or something? Fuzz.
I mean,
is it like piss? Not piss. It's some nasty stuff. It's yellow and it sprays. It's kind of like cotton candy or something like that. It's gonna spray it all over your team. Clean them off.
Sunshine. Direct sunshine. Just being beamed right into you.
Beam sunshine into them. The plants.
Yep, we were Overwatch confirmed. Everyone is a plant.
Everyone's a plant.
That's what's filled with Anna's bullets.
That's why Zenyatta transforms into the sun and everyone gets healed so quickly. That's why.
There we go. We cracked it, guys. Everyone is a plant in Overwatch.
Everyone's a plant. There's no robots. There's no humans. Everyone's a freaking plant.
Secretly,
everyone's a plant. Now,
so another problem people have when playing support is the priority of what to do when. Basically, it's heal, heal, heal. Then if your entire team's heal, not taking damage for more than 2 seconds, you know what? Make it 5 seconds. Then you can start dealing damage.
Well, yeah, the main point of priority is so that every support character, other than Moira, has a secondary kind of like ability outside of just pure healing. And
Moira can deal some serious damage.
I know, but that's it. What I meant was I'm talking about more like speed boost, damage amp, and like Discord and giving out your shields or whatever, and like when you should who you should heal with Anna, when you should damage with Moira. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And speaking about Anna, for Anna, the like 90% of the time you're just gonna be healing, unless if you're god tier, there's probably like 65 or 70.
Yeah.
But we're not gods here. And then also Anna, for her sleep dart, or anybody else that has like a defensive utility, her sleep dart should really be used for herself.
Yeah, sleep dart should be used for herself.
It's really a defensive tool. Now, if you know the enemy team really isn't pressuring you, they haven't really pressured you all game, then feel free to use Sleep Dart to help your teammates. But I wouldn't recommend it because usually once you use Sleep Dart, everyone calls it out and you die.
Yeah, you're basically free ult charge at that point.
Because you move as slow as a snail.
And this is where positioning comes into key. If you're positioned far back behind your team, it's going to make it harder for the enemy team to come to you.
Like a good example of not using your Sleep Dart for yourself is like, let's say the enemy Reinhardt is charging, except he didn't make a short charge like a good Reinhardt. He made a long charge. You can save your teammate right there. That's a very good example because you're keeping another player on your team up, and the Reinhardt's mostly likely gonna die.
Yeah. Sleep Dart's really strong. It takes out a player from the fight for like 5 seconds, I think, 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, and Anna can technically kill off a Sleep Dart.
Yeah, Anna could kill a character off Sleep Dart, which is really, really strong.
Any 200 HP or lower character.
Yeah. And Huda Nano with Anna, too, which kind of fit, which is within the priority what to do. Huda Nano with Anna.
Yeah, usually with Anna, you're nanoing high damage output characters, or please use nano if someone is about to die. It gives
even if Zen's about to die, just nano him.
Yes, that's not even that bad.
You don't want Trance to get pulled out.
Like if your Hammond's about to die because he dived too far in, and you could still win the team fight, nano him.
What if he rolls out the map?
Well, don't nano him.
What if he slams out of the map?
Don't do that. But basically, like, it doesn't matter. You could use it on your Lucio. Just if you're keeping someone in the game, it's a good nano. Now, if you accidentally use it on Mercy because she flew it in front of you, well, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's the game's fault.
No,
and the other person's fault.
It's the Mercy's fault.
So. It's Mercy's fault for jumping in front of you. Yeah, priority, what to do, when to heal, when to attack, when to speed boost, who to Discord.
Yeah,
With the damage.
It's something very hard to do. The most recent one was like Baptiste's Immortality Field, which I believe is the only utility that we haven't talked about so far. You guys can totally screw me over in the comments if I am wrong. But his Immortality Field, it's pretty hard to use it because it has quite a long cooldown. So it's like, do I use it for myself? Or do I use it to protect a teammate? I see a lot of people using it to protect people from Reinhardt charges, which I don't believe is the best.
I don't think that's the best choice either.
One thing I can say for sure is do not use it if Reaper's ulting, because your team's still dead.
Yeah, Reaper's hitting it on 360 degree.
Reaper's almost hitting on a 360 degree. It's not as
Yeah.
powerful going up, except your team will eventually die. It just won't be like immediate.
Yeah.
You're just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah, you're prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like knowing when to use utility and against what character.
Yeah.
Because some it doesn't affect.
Like
using Bionic Grenade against a Roadhog right before
He's about
he
to
needs
heal.
healing or is about to heal. That's an amazing time to use it. Now, using a Bionic Grenade and then just throwing it in at a Reinhardt that has full HP.
It's
You can just put out up of his shield if he really does get too low. It's
Yeah.
not going to be too great.
His movement speed's increased too, so he can get out of things quicker. So it's not really the best choice.
Or you can just flip 180 and charge out of there.
Yeah, flip 180 charge out of there. And yeah, nading a Transcendence, it's pretty good too.
Yes. And I know we're probably going to cover this in a future episode, but if you see Zen alting, you're not... Players inside Zen's ult aren't actually safe from McCree ult. So if you see a McCree alting, please don't pop Zen ult.
Yeah, please don't pop Zen out. Zen, he heals 300 HP per second, but McCree deals the max amount of damage to a character. So if a character has 200 HP and you heal 300 healing, but McCree does 200 HP, the character's HP is going to drop down to 0, making them dead, and Transcendence is basically kind of useless in that scenario.
Yeah, and then you're just a person with 2 real arms, 6 fake arms, and you're looking dumb.
And you're looking dumb, and you're going to be super fast for like the next 3 seconds or so. But after that, you're pretty much dead meat.
Yeah, that's another alt management one. Just please don't. It doesn't work.
Yeah, with supports.
Zen's ult is probably one of the strongest supports alts in the game, so please use it wisely.
Please use it wisely.
Because you can't get it very fast. I think Zen's ult is literally the longest to get in the entire game.
Didn't you see that clip where Jonak was shooting Primal Rage Winston after he Transcended?
Well,
and after he got like 4 hits into the head, or not 4 hits, he got like 10 hits into the head, he got his ult again?
Yeah, but that's like Winston's head
I know.
in Primal Rage, which is like the moon at that point. No, it's actually just another as big as Zen himself. That's how big Winston's head becomes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's Jonak.
Yeah, it's true. Jonak is
He probably didn't miss a headshot.
Let's just say Jonak is pretty much the strong. He's like a freaking anime character in the Overwatch League. He's just too strong. Like when Jonak had armor and sim shields on him, and then who is someone Nanoblade on Blizzard World? Nanoblade on him.
I don't know.
And Zenyatta killed him. Zenyatta killed Nanoblade. A Nanoblade Genji. Well, I think he had Brig armor and sim shield. I think that's what happened. It's crazy.
So matchups and comps for sports. So most likely, well, we already kind of touched on this a little bit. You're gonna be either seeing 2 main healers or a main healer and an off healer. I think the top ones right now are like either Moira Baptiste and some damage output like Zen or Lucio usually.
I've seen a lot of Ana Mercies out there because Ana's got a lot of burst healing, and that Nano's really strong.
Yeah,
and,
I've seen that a lot
Mercy,
too.
Yeah,
I've seen Baptiste with pretty much anything.
yeah, Baptiste with anything is a really good combination.
Besides like Brigitte, but you know a lot of people don't play Brigitte.
A lot of the support characters, they don't have the same issues with tanks. A lot of them work well enough together, but some combinations will give you better results depending on the situation.
Basically, as long as you don't run 2 off healers, which again are Zen, Brig, and Lucio.
Unless you're trying to run 60 PS comp. Zen, Lucio, then go ahead.
Oh dear God, what are we doing?
Dude, Transcendent Sound Barrier. Both of them are like the strongest ults in the game.
But
it's just
Zen's
they just
ult
don't
was
get
nerfed, and then they nerfed everyone's ult.
I know.
You're gonna pop like a Zen ult like twice, and then if you're somewhat good, maybe 3 times. And that's if you even pop it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, Lucio. I'm pretty sure Lucio Moira is still a pretty good comp to run. If you're running like a Ryan Zarya type of composition, just kind of charge it in.
Yeah, Lucio Moira is pretty good. Any comp that likes to be grouped up, kind of like a bunker, which I don't.
No,
just
more like
Death
Ball. I'd say more like Death Ball.
Baptiste is pretty good.
Yeah.
So like Baptiste, if you really just don't want to die and have insane healing output in like a Death Ball or a grouped up comp, just run Baptiste Moira. There's gonna be so much healing output that the Baptiste is just gonna become a DPS.
Yeah, the Baptiste is already a DPS, but his difference between Zen and Brig and Lucio is that he just heals more. And the mortality field's pretty strong too.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that supports you can do really well. It's just that you can still lose games.
You can still lose games
even if you're like putting out 12,000 HP throughout the entire game.
Heck, even freaking 32,000 healing. But if you get that high, that just means your team sucks at hiding. I'm gonna be real. If you have that much healing, that just means that your team isn't utilizing walls and shields enough. And at that point, that's not your problem.
It means that they're playing the squishiest characters in the game, including the tanks.
Yeah. They're not hiding enough. They keep sticking their head outs and keep.
And there's somehow the enemy team isn't killing them fully. They're just going to like 1 HP coming back.
Yeah, they just come with 1 HP coming back to you for healing like a dog, you know. Zenyatta, go fetch, healing on them, just kind of like that.
Yeah. So pretty much, as long as you can pick the right healers, you're fine.
You pick the right healers, and you know what to do. That's basically it for support players.
Oh.
It's gonna be less. There's less stress on your mechanical skills, and it's more about your basically overall knowledge of the game with support players.
One more tip that I have is if you're playing support, try to play next to a healing pack. It doesn't matter how big it is, just play next to a healing pack because you're going to be able to keep up more time, and if someone dives you, you're going to be able to stay alive longer.
Yeah,
you have that healing
with
pack.
supports, you need to put yourself into more favorable positions. You don't want to be, like a fish out on land. You don't want to do that to yourself.
No.
I mean, Zen can't do it because he's always a fish on land. Except he's a fish with like a rocket launcher.
Which I still don't understand. He's literally floating. How is he the slowest character in the game?
That's why you have flanking Zen. He floats. Like flanking Sigma. Because he floats, he has no footsteps. Because he has no footsteps, he's silent. And then you walk behind him, and then you just destroy them.
Just Nano Zen, apparently. Zen, Discord. I don't know. Please don't do it.
I don't know. Just do it for funsies if you want. If you're playing like comp or whatever, just kind of take the game seriously, guys. Come on.
So, question for the listeners. Do you think Moira and Baptiste?
Or do you think Moira Baptiste, or do you think Baptiste Mercy?
Or Anna?
Or Anna, because
Or at the top
personally,
tier?
I don't think Moira or Anna top tier. I think Mercy's better, just because how easier she is to use.
Oh my
Her
god.
guardian angel, her Mercy super jump makes her
We
unstoppable.
already discussed this.
Alright?
Like, come on, dude. Come on. Moira and Anna are at the top because their output in healing, especially Moira's ult, is better than Mercy's.
But Moira, her healing's on a resource and on a cooldown. Anna, her her usefulness comes from line of sight and accuracy.
So that's Baptiste, Anna, Moira, and technically Mercy, because you can't heal through walls.
Yeah, you can. You
Not
can
for
heal
very
through
long.
Not for very long, but you can still do it.
For like
You can
a
still
second.
do it. You can
For
still
like
do
a
it.
second.
You can still do it. And damage, alright? Damage amp with Mercy is also really strong. It increases the ultimate charge rate that your other characters will get. So let's say if you have a Zenyatta, just damage ult him, he gets a couple of tinks, ting.
Just forget about your team.
Just forget about your team, just damage boost Zenyatta, get that trance up, get that sound barrier up.
So
You
Zen
don't need
is
to buy-
now just a meme support?
Oh yeah, Zed is a meme support. Let's be real here. Don't do Brig though. Brig is just dead weight. All right. She's literally just a body with a head, just trying to hop forward, just like, hey guys, what about me? Huh? I want to play too. That's
Basically,
that's
what do
pretty
you
much it.
think are the top tier supports? I've been silent.
Yes, you've not been. I'm just kidding. And I'm Elect Thunder 1 for 1.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you guys in the next episode, guys.